side too. They'll be looking for the green flag. That'll signify the start. It's flown, and they're away. Mark Eddy got a brilliant jump on the field. Kevin Weeks down the inside of the SLS of Peter Hackett. That's brave on Cold Tyres.
He certainly timed the start of that race well and was able to get up the inside, and he's into third.
Pretty willing, pretty early. I mean, we've got a whole hour as we ride on board with Barton Moore into the Southern Loop for the first time. What a brilliant job this car and driver combination has done this weekend. They are so fast.
Watch for him to push really hard in these opening laps, trying to take advantage of the cold tyre and really try and get up the inside. Here you can see down the inside, looking to have a run on the Lamborghini, but Weeksy shuts the door.
That's pretty defensive, pretty early. There's a lot of racing to go as we see Tony Quinn now make the pass on Mark Siemens. As we said earlier, he's coming from the back of the grid. It's not going to take him much time to get through this field. He's playing a very distinct strategy game. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. See if it actually works. It all comes down to play with time in the pits and all that kind of thing. So Kevin Weeks through the hay shed on the approach now to Lukey Heights. It's nice and tight on that line. Probably a little bit too tight. Got very sideways.
Yeah, trying very hard. And as he said, in these opening laps, it's cold tyres, really trying to get the most out of them, but trying to sort of also conserve tyres because, as you said, these 1 hour races, it's all going to be won and lost based on tyre strategy.
And Greg Crick, he's a tricky driver. He's been around for a lot of years. He positioned the car beautifully, so it wasn't going to be an easy pass for Weeks as they make their way onto the main straight. Eddie has gapped them quite well in only one lap. Those soft Michelin tyres coming up to temperature very quickly. We'll have to wait and see what happens at the rest of the race for those softer Michelins. But look at Tony Quinn scything through the field, going past the Flack brothers in their Porsche 997 Cup car down into turn one. Slots back a gear. We'll watch a replay of the start here. Kevin Weeks dives to the right-hand side.
It's really like Peter Hackett got caught napping at the start there. He didn't anticipate the start well enough, and Cricky obviously goes down by the outside, and Barton Moore gets in on that action as well and thinks, I'll have a piece of that.
So Hackett definitely caught napping off the line. Weeksy slides down the inside. Race one continues after the break. Welcome back to race one here at Phillip Island for the Vodka O Australian GT Championship. Riding on board with Bart Moore now. Still pushing very hard at the little four-cylinder Lotus. Oh, look at Weeksy, very late and very loose through the middle of Southern Loop.
Probably went in a little bit too hard, got the car out of shape, and that enables Barton to get a run on the exit. And this will be a clean move down into the Honda hairpin. Thanks very much.
And that brings the little Lotus up to third position for the moment. We've still got some pit stops to go. Weeks still pushing, though. You can see him diving to the outside, and all of this battling is allowing the other cars to catch up on the train. Yeah,
these guys behind here are taking advantage of these guys sort of battling with each other and really trying to sort of get back into the fight.
Still plenty of grip left for Eddie on those soft Michelin tyres. He's able to control that gap. We'll just ride on board with Kevin Weeks here. Bit of a replay of the big moment he had through Southern Loop. That allowed Barton Moore to slide down the inside, so his tyres looking perhaps a little bit second-hand, Warren.
Yeah, it's obviously for him it's quite a concern that the car's already this loose this early on in the race. These 1 hour races are really going to be torturous on the tyres, and it's going to be important for him that he can start to look after his tyres and conserve a little bit more.
So the pressure starting to mount now on Mark Eddy in the Audi, but here's a great battle going on through the race. That's Tony Quinn pressuring the Superlock Lamborghini of Kevin Weeks. Unusually, we're seeing Quinny back in the field because he was pretty smart with his strategy, Warren. He was a little slower in qualifying, but what that means is he's going to have a shorter stop in his pit stop.
Absolutely, they really took the gamble on a shorter pit stop and being able to help them at the end of the race, and you can see it's already starting to pay dividends in terms of that he's working his way back through the field.
Oh, Weeks now, he's got the SLS Mercedes of Hackett round the outside, heading up over the top of Lukey Heights. They'll dive down to MG. Can Hackett get the job done? Yes, he does. A little lock up from Quinn in the rear there, but nice clean move from Hackett.
That's certainly the long way to try and go around the outside over the top there, but it's got to bode well for Pete. It obviously means his car's got good balance. He's looking after his tyres to be able to, as I said, go the long way around there. It's a good reflection of the car.
Whereas Kevin Weeks, he'd be hating this because he's falling back through the field. So we look at a pass now of Tony Quinn going right round the SLS and also through the Superlock Lamborghini as well. So Quinn definitely on a charge, and more shots of Kevin Weeks getting very sideways. What an ugly car to be driving right now.
Yeah, look, he's really got his hands full in that car there. I reckon by
This is definitely the battle of the race so far. Greg Crick in the Dodge Viper right up the back of the Audi R8. Coming down in the Honda Hairpin. Oh, he almost went straight into the back of the Audi.
And Barton Moore's trying to get a piece of this action as well, going down the outside. Look, maybe Mark is starting to suffer from those softer compound tyres. It's still quite early in the race to be seeing sort of tyre problems, but maybe this is the point where Mark's starting to struggle, and Cricky's really trying to take advantage of that.
And this is such a great circuit for the big V10 Dodge Viper as well. As you can see, the gap already being built. On board with Bart Moore, down into Honda. He had a fantastic view. And while these guys are battling, this is allowing him right in the mix.
And certainly that little Lotus, as this race goes on, is going to look after its tyres. And here we can see he's already starting to monster the back of the Audi, so he's really trying to take advantage of the problems that Mark's suffering. And there you go, little Lotus straight down the inside into turn one.
He was in the draft, and can you believe that a 1.8 litre turbo 4-cylinder has just